Hello everybody and welcome to this video. I am going to be unboxing another package that I've got from Scan. Now in case you wonder why I've got my hard drives and my hard drive dock on the box, as of currently these are my 3 backup drives. Here's my YouTube archive, which has actually been recovered because the old Western Digital Caviar Green that I was using just completely failed, so I had to get that professionally recovered. So there's a 1TB SSHD, which is currently my main primary backup, and then I've got this drive which is another 1TB, but that's just a standard hard drive which is a backup of the backup. But those two are not in a mirrored array. And I've got my hard drive dock here because this is what I use for backing up. So learning from when my YouTube archive actually failed and I had to get that professionally recovered for me, I have bought two 2TB Western Digital red drives that I will actually be setting up in a RAID 1 mirrored array. So they are essentially clones of each other. So if one of the hard drive fails, I've still got the other one. I'm going to stop the unboxing there to correct myself. At the time of the unboxing, I did say I would set them up in a RAID 1 mirrored array, but I don't actually set them up in a RAID 1 mirrored array because if I were to do that, then there could be configuration issues and other complications with the array, which could potentially mean that both drives could fail or the data between the two drives could become corrupted, and there are a lot of other RAID issues that could occur, especially when it comes to data that you want backing up. So I thought I would clear that up before I continue with the unboxing. Anyway, back to the unboxing. And as a little extra thing that should be thrown in the box is a USB DVD drive. So let's get to opening the package up. So opening the box up here, the first thing I can see is my Icy Box external slimline DVD drive, which I said I threw in because it could come in handy. Okay, so I just realised something. I should have read it before I bought it. The reason why it was cheaper than all the other DVD drives is because it's not actually a DVD drive. I took it out to have a look and then I realised there's no actual DVD drive in it. It is literally just an enclosure, which if I read it properly, it would have told me. So yeah, I've just got an enclosure. So now I need to contact Scan and see if I can return it. And then here I have what I'm presuming is 2 Western Digital red drives. I thought they would have come in the retail packaging, but apparently not. I just got an email, I don't know if you heard my phone in the background, but according to the labels on here, they are both Western Digital Caviar red drives, both 2TB as well. And that should be everything. And then there's my invoice there. So that's it for the box, putting it off to the side, and now I have these. I'll just open them up to confirm. I can confirm that that is a Western Digital 2TB Caviar red drive, and as it shows on the bottom there, it is for NAS drives. They are built and designed for NAS storage systems, but they do use a SATA interface, so realistically you could use them with anything that uses a SATA interface. And now I'll just open up the other. And I can confirm that that is also Western Digital 2TB Caviar red drive. So the reason why I chose the Western Digital red drive over the blue drives, black drives, purple drives, and I think they do gold drives, and they might do a different colour as well. And Western Digital have essentially rebranded all of the different hard drives and storage solutions that they manufacture. But I chose the Western Digital red drives because Western Digital claims that those drives are specially manufactured for NAS storage systems, and NAS storage systems are usually left on 24/7, so you would need drives that would be of higher quality and higher durability because they will literally be working and the platters will be spinning 24/7. So logically thinking, I would hope and expect that the red drives are made of more durable components when compared to some of their other drives. And to those of you that are saying about the speeds of the drive, I am well aware that the red drive is only 5400 RPM when compared to the blue drives and the black drives, which are 7200 RPM. But as I am using these red drives drives as literally a storage archive, I'm not bothered about performance at all. I just want stability. I would rather have a slower drive that's more stable when compared to a performance drive, which due to the platters spinning faster, it may fail sooner than the slower drive, because the faster spinning platters would then mean the header needs to move faster, and because everything's moving faster, it will wear out sooner. Now I know that the failure rate between the 5400 RPMs and the 7200 RPMs and the level of wear on the components and stuff is probably going to be minimal, if noticeable at all. But at the end of the day, I got the red drives because all I plan on doing is archiving to them. They are storage drives. I'm not going to be doing anything that requires high performance drives, so that's why I got the red drive over the other types of drive that Western Digital manufacture. I was actually planning on setting up the table and unboxing the hard drives the conventional way, because I was expecting them to be in the retail packaging, but as the packaging is really simple and I've essentially already unboxed them, I guess I'm just going to leave the unboxing of the hard drives as it is. So the next time you will see those, I'll be setting them up. So what you are looking at here is my backup system, and as you can see, here are my two 2TB Western Digital red drives, and for my backup system I simply just have them in my little hard drive dock, which is plugged in by USB 3 into my computer. Now in the title you've probably noticed that I've said this backup system imitates RAID 1. Now before you jump to the conclusion that this is not RAID 1, I know this is not RAID 1. This is imitating RAID 1. And the way I've managed to imitate RAID 1 is simple. I have a storage drive here, which is, well, I've just named them like disk 1 and disk 2. Disk 1 is my storage drive, disk 2 is my backup drive. So I've set a scheduled backup of disk 1 onto disk 2 for every 2 days, meaning that whatever data is on the storage drive every 2 days is backed up to the backup drive or disk 2. Now this does mean that the backup is always 2 days out of date when compared to the storage drive, but I don't mind that because the storage drive is just mainly for archiving, so there's like very minimal changes to the data on this drive. And because it is a scheduled backup, I can of course change the times that the backup is done. For example, at the moment I've got it to do a backup every 2 days. I could change that to every 1 day, every 7 days. I could change it to once a year if I needed to. Or on the opposite end of the scale, I could tell it to perform the backup every time I turn my hard drive dock on. But at the moment, as of the recording of this video, the schedule is set to do a backup every 48 hours or 2 days. So looking at it from a data perspective, the data that is on these two drives is near enough the same, and if I haven't edited anything on this drive in 2 days, then the data on both of them will be identical. So I hope you can see from that explanation that my little backup system here, while it is not an official RAID setup, it does meet one of my goals, which was having at least 2 copies of the same data on separate drives in case of hardware failure. But because this little setup here is not actually RAID, it does mean it will not suffer from RAID complications and other issues regarding stability and RAID controls and disk partitions and all of that stuff that could go wrong. So that's good. I don't need to worry about RAID failures or instability or anything like that. But with it being hardware, it does of course suffer from hardware failure, of which I wanted to minimize that, which is why I have 2 drives with the same data on them. I think that's everything I need to say about like the unboxing and my little backup setup that I've created here. So with all of that said, that is it for this video. So if you've enjoyed it, give it a like. If not, give it a dislike, comment, favorite, share and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video.